As Jesus and the disciples left the upper room, they traveled across the Kidron Valley to a private garden on the Mount of Olives. Normally, this would have been a peaceful setting for prayer and meditation, but on this night, Jesus entered the garden troubled and in deep distress. The garden was named Gethsemane, from Hebrew words meaning olive press. And as they entered the garden, Jesus asked Peter, James, and John to watch and pray while he went deeper into the garden where he would spend time with the Father. While we often think of the divinity of Jesus, here we see his humanity as he addressed God as Abba, which means dad or daddy. Jesus contemplated and wrestled with the price his love for us and his obedience to the Father would require. Why was Jesus in anguish? More than the physical pain that he would soon endure, I believe he realized the weight of the sin of the world that he would take upon himself as he became the suffering servant. He looked deep into the cup of God's wrath and his judgment against sin. He saw all the sin of the world, your sin and my sin, in that cup. He saw all murderers. He saw all brutality, all the garbage and shame, all the trash of the universe. And after praying 3 times that God would remove this cup from him, he surrendered to the Father's will. Each time Jesus returned to the disciples, he found them sleeping, sound asleep. After the 3rd time, he said, "It is enough." The hour had come for the Son of Man to be betrayed. Judas, one of the 12, had gone to the authorities and offered to betray Jesus for 30 pieces of silver, roughly a month's wages. As the soldiers arrested Jesus and led him toward Jerusalem, most of the disciples scattered. They fled. The enemies of Jesus must have thought they were in charge. Little did they know that they were simply fulfilling the redemptive purpose of God predicted thousands of years before.